We stand in honor of the Word of God and the God of the Word. Mark chapter 4, verses 35 to 41. And the same day, when the eve was come, he said unto them, Let us pass over unto the other side. And when they had sent away the multitude, they took him even as he was in the ship. And there was also with him other little ships. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. And they awake him, saying unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose and rebuked the wind, and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. And he said unto them, Why are ye so fearful? How is it that ye have no faith? And they feared exceedingly, and said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? Let us pray. Father, Lord, we thank you, we praise you, we worship you. We thank you for the opportunity and the privilege even to hear from a God like you, a God that is constantly speaking. But because of the cares of this world, we are not able to hear. But today, Father, Lord God, we have decided that we want to hear your word. And so therefore, speak, Father, Lord God, your word that can transform lives, your word that can renew minds, your word that can heal bodies, your word that can deliver from bondages, your word, Father, Lord, that can bring beauty out of ashes. Your word, Father, Lord God, that can bring joy after the night of mourning. Father, Lord, let that word, Father, Lord God, be released, Father, Lord God, with power, Father, Lord God, into the lives of your children this morning. And let that word be mixed with faith in our hearts, so that we will bring fruit, Father, Lord, into our lives. I yield myself completely as your servant. I pray, Lord, use me for your glory. I will not speak for myself. I will not defraud your word. I will not, Father, Lord God, put any, Father, Lord God, my wisdom into your word. And at the end of it all, Father, Lord God, we will all be careful to receive all the blessings, and you alone will receive all the glory. Thank you, Father, Lord, for doing it. For in Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Praise thy Lord. Praise thy Lord Jesus. We may be seated in his presence. Once again, I want to welcome all of you to the presence of the Almighty God this morning. Those of us that traveled, thank God for journey mercies. It's great to see you again coming back from Africa. God took you there and brought you back safely. Thank God for answered prayers. And I join our First Lady to welcome I call him my little brother and my cousin. But the truth of the matter is that biologically and chronologically, I'm older than both of them. But in spiritual things, they are older than me, because they have been walking in the faith even before I came in. And I thank God for the opportunity even to be able to speak the word of God in your presence. And I honor the Lord, the Spirit of God in your lives today, and the grace upon your lives in the mighty name of Jesus. Brethren, you know, throughout this year, God gave us a vision. This is our year of divine acceleration. In the first half of the year, God gave us the keys of how to get into this divine acceleration. And from last week, God told us that we have to talk about the journey, because now we have opened the door with the keys that he gave unto us. We are now on a journey to divine acceleration. And today, the title of my message is Journey to Divine Acceleration, Pass the Test. Pass the test. Last week we talked about don't put God in a box. Now, in the journey of life, like most of us know, as you go on a journey, there will be bumps on the road. Sometimes those of us that grow up in a place where there are potholes on the road, you are tempted to meander around the bumps. Sometimes you want to even turn back to where you are coming from and say, no, I can't go on this road, this journey. It's too rough. But in life, we don't have that option. Because every day as you go on the journey of life, you are going to encounter those bumps on the road, but you have to keep moving. And some of these bumps on the road, I'm telling you this morning that those are tests that you have to pass for you to get to your your divine acceleration in the mighty name of Jesus. Reminds me of a story of an army sergeant who called all his platoon together, men and women, and told them he wants to test their physical fitness. So he took them to a river. On one bank, he told them to stand on one bank and jump across the river to the other bank. The first time they all attempted it, only very few of them were able to jump to the end of the other bank. Some of them jumped halfway and fell into the river. Some jumped to the quarters of the way and they fell into the river. So he called them back and said, no, you guys are not fit for the journey the battle we are going on. You need to be able to jump. That's a test that you are ready. If you cannot jump it, then it means you are not ready. But he said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a crocodile in the middle of the river, and put an alligator in the middle of the river, and let's see, if you don't jump across the river, guess what? You are dinner for the alligator. So, guess what? The next time we gave them a chance to jump, how many of them made it? They all made it to the across the river. Brethren, that is how it is, even in the journey of our lives. Suddenly, these people receive supernatural ability and strength that they did not know they had, so that they can get across the river, even to avoid being eaten up by the alligator. On our journey to divine acceleration, we will be tested in so many ways. As you go on your various pursuits, in your education, in your career, in your marriages, in our homes, even in the spiritual journey that we embark on, we are going to be tested. We are going to be tested. Just like when you are in school, you cannot get promoted from first grade to second grade until you take a test. You cannot get promoted from the 11th grade to the 12th grade until you take a test. And when you pass the test, you move on to the next stage. But guess what? The test that the 11th grader takes is going to be different from the test that somebody that is doing a PhD is going to take. So the higher you want to go, the deeper you want to go, the greater will be the test that you have to face. And we have to be ready and be prepared even to take those tests so that we can move on to the next level. Because our God is a God of levels, a God of glories. He takes us from glory to glory, from one level of glory to the next level of glory. And I know each and every one of us will get to the highest level of glory, even in the Lord, in the mighty name of Jesus. Now, this is how good our God is. If you fail the test the first time, guess what? You will do a retake. If you have to do it multiple times, guess what? You are only delaying your progress. If you don't pass the test the first time, God will just smile and say, oh yeah, okay, you have to face that test again. Many of us have been facing tests of your faith, tests of fear, tests of unforgiveness, tests of not wanting to do what you're supposed to do, tests in your service to the Almighty God. Are you going to pass this test the first time and move on? Or are you going to stay stagnant in one place because you are not willing to do what is necessary? Are you willing to forgive that offense of somebody that hurt you? Thank God for our elder that talked to us this morning in Sunday school about forgiveness. Are you willing to love that person that may be unlovable? It might be a test in your life. God has put that person to sharpen you. It's like sandpaper. They are trying to make you smoother because you have some rough edges that need to be taken care of. So don't pray that person away. God is using them to do a work in your life. Tell that person that you think you cannot love, you are sandpaper to me. But don't point to them with each other. Don't point to your husband. To each other. Are you going to be able to serve when you don't feel like it? Take care of that elderly parent who may have hurt you in one way or mistreated you in one way or the other. Help that co-worker that always wants to get you in trouble. You keep doing your part. You see, the blessings and the promises that God gives to most of us, that He has packaged in His Word, most of the time, there are conditions attached to them. If you don't meet those conditions, you cannot receive the blessings. And God is waiting for you to meet the condition so you can receive the blessing. And my prayer for you is that you will not miss your divine acceleration in this year in the mighty name of Jesus. The bigger and greater the promise or the dream that God has put in your heart, even for this year, the harder will be the test. The bigger and greater the promise, the harder will be the test. So if you are willing to go through the test, guess what? You will receive that big dream, that big vision, that big promise that God will give unto you, and you will not miss out of that promise in the mighty name of Jesus. I call this the bow and arrow theory. I was actually going to bring my bow and arrow to the stage, but I didn't want to scare anybody. You know the bow and arrow, you have the bow, which is the curved one, and the arrow is what you shoot. The farther you pull the bow, the farther the arrow is going to travel. But if you pull this bow a little bit, it's just going to stop. It's not going to go far at all. So the question is, how far are you being stretched right now? That's a sign of where God is taking you to. And I know, as you are willing to endure this stretching, the Almighty God will shoot you farther than you could have gone by yourself in the mighty name of Jesus. The devil will want to tell you to give up and say, I cannot take it anymore. I'm done. This marriage, I'm done with it. This school, I'm not going anymore. This job, this business that you put in my hands without giving me the funds to run it, I'm done with it. Brethren, I'm here to tell you this morning, please do not give up. Please do not give up. When David was anointed king, God did not tell him he's going to have to fight Goliath. God did not tell him that Saul would pursue him for 10 years in caves before he became. It took him 13 years to ascend the throne of Israel. When Mary was told, the angel came to Mary, and hail thou highly favored of God, and told him, you are going to give birth to the Savior of the world. She must have been excited. But God didn't tell him that for 2 years he's going to be running from Herod. That he's going to see his son being beaten, being bruised, being cast on the cross, and being crucified. If some of us, if God revealed to us what we have to go through to the dream and the promise he has given unto us, he knows that none of us want to go on the journey. We'll say, no, Lord, I don't want it. If I have to go through all this to get there. Joseph was given a dream that he was going to become a great man, that his parents and his brothers would come about to him. But God didn't tell him that he was going to be thrown in the pit. He was going to be sold as a slave. He was going to be falsely accused. He was going to be thrown in the prison. God did not tell him all that. But he had a good attitude, even as he was going through all those experiences, that he was passing the test. And we are told that God favored him. Even in the prison, he was favored. As a slave, he was favored. And because of the attitude that we use, we apply to the test that we are going through, that is what's going to allow God to manifest that which he has promised unto us. And God will give us a great attitude even as we go through the test, and we will always come out successful in the mighty name of Jesus. The good news about this test, as is different from other tests, is that victory is sure. You are sure you are going to be successful because Christ already paid the price. All you have to do is just go through. David said, though I walk through the valley, you are walking through. You're not going to be stuck in the valley. Don't make your camp in the valley. Don't stay in the valley. It's a through. These two shall pass. You are going through. There is light at the end of the tunnel. But don't go back because you have put your hands on the plow and there's no looking back. Don't go back to Egypt where you came from. Keep going. God told the children of Israel, I'm taking you to a land flowing with milk and honey. They were excited. Yes, our God is the Alpha and he's also the Omega. But I'm here to tell you today, he's also the God of the middle. He's also the God of the journey from the Alpha to the Omega. It's exciting when you start a new journey. It's exciting when you start because you're looking forward to what God has promised you, what you are doing, to the business doing well. You are looking to, you get married to your best friend, to the man of your dream, to the woman of your dream. You gave birth to that beautiful baby that you've been looking for, and the baby looks like it cannot hurt anybody. Before you know it, they become teenagers, and you're wondering, can this be my child? Brethren, I want to tell you, just keep holding on. They will make it. It's a matter of time. because the God that you are calling upon is more than able to lead them and to fulfill their purpose and destiny in the mighty name of Jesus. Galatians 6:9 tells us, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season ye shall reap, if you faint not. That is the key. There's a due season. There's a due season of your rest. There's a due season of perfection. There's a due season of your healing. There's a due season of everything coming together. He said, we make all things to work together for your good. Even that thing that doesn't sound good right now, God will make it work together for your good in the mighty name of Jesus. And I decree and declare unto you that you will not give up. You will not lose hope. You will not be discouraged. And you will not miss your harvest in the mighty name of Jesus. Troubles don't always last always. They will eventually come and go. Some of us can remember things that we were worried about last year, even last month, or even last week. Today, they are no more. God has taken care of it. And so also, this one you are in now, God will also take care of it in the mighty name of Jesus. Your reward, your miracle, your breakthrough, your testimony, and your divine acceleration is just around the corner. Keep holding on and don't give up, and the Lord will take you there in the mighty name of Jesus. The text that we read in Mark chapter 4, we are told that Jesus told the disciples, get in the boat, we are going to the other side. When Jesus tells you we are going to the other side, guess what? You are going to get to the other side. Because he's not a man that he will lie. Neither is he the son of man that he will repent. If he has said it, he will surely make it to come to pass. He told them, you are going to the other side. You think he didn't know that a storm was coming? Of course he knows. He was his God. He knows all things. He knew there would be storm on the way, but he didn't tell the disciples. And very, very shortly, they went into the started rowing, excited, because now they have been with the multitude. They were tired. They were willing to go and get some rest. Some me time. They say, okay, let's go to the other side and go and get some rest. So we're excited about going on this journey. And then, in the middle of the sea, a storm arose. A storm arose. Guess what? Where was Jesus? Jesus was asleep in the boat. He was asleep because he knew they could handle the storm. He had taught them enough. He has endowed them enough. He has empowered them enough. God has anointed you for this battle that you are facing. He has empowered you. He has enabled you. He knows you can do it. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. 1 Corinthians 10:13. He said, they had no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. But with the temptation also, he will make a way of escape, that ye may be able to bear it. He will not put more on you than you can bear. That's the summary of that verse. That he will not put more on you than he knows that he has strengthened you to take care of. The book of Psalm 68 verse 1. Psalm 68 verse 1 tells us, let God arise and let his enemy be scattered. Let them also that hate him flee before him. Jesus Christ was asleep in the boat, and the disciples went to wake him up, and they asked him a question. Don't you care that we are about to drown? How many of you feel that in your heart today? You are going through situation. You've been praying. You have been fasting. You have asked for prayer of agreement. It's as if nothing is happening. And you're asking God, don't you care of what I'm going through? Don't you care about me? Where are you, God? Are you asleep in my boat? And if we look at all the disciples, all of us can guess who the disciple that led the team to go and wake up Jesus. It must be Peter, right? He always put his foot in his mouth. It must be Peter. He would have gone to say, Jesus, come on now. They woke him up. But when Jesus arose, guess what? The storm had to cease. My prayer for you is that Jesus will arise for you, for your family, for your home, for your marriage, for your finances, in the mighty name of Jesus. When he arises for you, every storm will have to cease. They will have to cease, because you don't have to rely on your intellect to calm the storm. Who do you call upon when you are in this storm? Do you call upon your money? Do you call upon your careers, your certificates, your connections? your friends. He said the arm of flesh will fail you, but the everlasting arm of God will never fail you. You have to call upon the God that can hear, not the gods that were made by men that cannot hear. They have ears, they cannot hear. They have eyes, they cannot see. Call of the God of our general overseer, Pastor E. Adeboye. He will answer you every time you call upon him in the mighty name of Jesus. Very, very quickly, I'm going to give us 3 applications, what we need to do to pass the test when we encounter storms in our lives. For us to receive our divine acceleration, we have to pass the test by number 1, have faith for the middle. Have faith for the middle. Once again, like I mentioned earlier on, it's easy to have faith at the beginning when you are embarking on something that is interesting, something that is impressive. Oh, you have faith, you are excited for the beginning. And of course, when you get to the end, it's easy to develop faith because now you have accomplished your goal. You have seen the dream come to pass. You have seen the light at the end of the tunnel. You have faith, but the difficulty is in the middle. That is where you have to have the faith. And that's why Jesus Christ asked them, have ye no faith? Where is your faith? Ye have no, how is it that ye have no faith? That's the question, one of the questions Jesus Christ asked them. The challenge and the difficulty comes when you don't have the funds to run the business that you were so excited about at the beginning. When it's taking longer than expected to accomplish that goal that you are pursuing, you thought that by now you would have received your citizenship or your papers in the land. You thought by now you would have passed all your exams and be able to graduate and begin to work and fulfill your purpose. You think by now you would have met the man of your dream and the woman of your dream. You thought by now that baby would have come by now. God, my prayer for you this morning is that the Almighty God, who is the God of the middle, continue to encourage you to stay on course, to be patient. Sometimes patience will lead to endurance, and endurance sometimes leads to what? Long suffering. I don't know where you are, but you know that at the end of the long suffering, you shall receive your dream and your vision in the mighty name of Jesus. This is where you need the greatest faith, the middle of the sea, in the midnight hour, when the opposition is so great, things that you don't understand are happening, and you feel like you want to lose the battle. Know that opposition is not greater than your God. Our God is bigger. Our God is higher. Our God is mightier than that thing that is coming against you. And you will fulfill your purpose and your destiny in the mighty name of Jesus. When they embarked on the journey, they were so excited about the journey. Jesus never promised them that it was going to be a smooth cruise. Yes, when he told us a year of divine acceleration, we were all excited. But he didn't tell us all the things that we are going to go through, even to get to that divine acceleration. But we thank God that he promised that he will not leave us, he will not forsake us. Psalm 34 verse 19 said, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him out of how many of them? All. Whatever that affliction may be, the Lord will deliver you from it. No matter how small, how big, how chronic, how severe, how acute it may be, the Lord will deliver you from them in the mighty name of Jesus. In John chapter 16 verse 33, John 16 verse 33, said, these things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In this world, you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. Cheer up. Why are you having that long face? Hold up your head. Push your shoulders back and walk with a spring on your step and say, yes, I am a son and a daughter of the Most High God, the one that created the heavens and the earth. He can put that smile back on your face. Don't let anything steal your joy, because you need that joy. The joy of the Lord is your strength, and you need strength for this journey. He said, with joy, we'll draw out of the wells of salvation. You need joy. Don't let anything steal your joy. Wake up every morning and decide that today is going to be a day of joy. It doesn't matter if my tire goes flat. It doesn't matter what my co-workers do to me at work. It doesn't matter if there's traffic on the highway. Today is the day of my joy. He said, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. David made a decision. I will rejoice and I will be glad in it. That should be your testimony every day of your life in the mighty name of Jesus. Don't wait for situations to dictate your joy. or to dictate the joy of your day. If you wait for things, you just say, whatever will be today. No, don't do that. Make up your mind at the beginning of your day. That is why every morning, 6:30 a.m., we log into the Restore and Refresh prayer line. That is where we receive our strength for the day. We receive our joy for the day, for the journey of the day. Because we know, the Bible tells us in the book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 34, 6:34, that there is evil every day. It says, sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. There is evil in every day. But you will not partake of those evil in the mighty name of Jesus. Because God will give you victory in every area of your life in the mighty name of Jesus. Be ready to be stretched. But don't settle for less, but wait for God's best. Don't settle for less, wait for God's best. Psalmist says in the book of Psalm 4 verse 1, he said, hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness. Thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. It is when you are going through that distress, God is enlarging you. God is increasing you. God is promoting you. God is taking you higher. God is going to accomplish his purpose for your life in the mighty name of Jesus. Don't waste your time worrying. Worry accomplishes nothing. Be anxious. Rather use that energy to do better, do other things, to have faith, even for the middle. Apostle Paul, we should be like Apostle Paul. He said, for our light affliction. That's what they are going through. It's a light affliction. He said in book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. 2 Corinthians 4:17. He said, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. It's a light affliction. It will pass, but it's working in you a greater work for you, an exceeding and eternal weight of glory. That shall be your portion. Everything that want to bring shame and reproach in your life, God will bring glory out of it today in the mighty name of Jesus. Number 2, have courage in the process. Number 1 says, have faith or the middle. Have courage in the process. There's a process. Our God is not a magician that we just do abracadabra and then you just see the magic. No. God is a God of process. He's a God of principles. You have to be willing to go through the process. Joseph was willing to go through the process to get to the finish, to the throne. David was willing to go through the process to take the throne of Israel. Are you willing to go through the process? That's why even when Moses died and Joshua took the reins of leading the children of Israel to the promised land, God had to specifically tell him in the book of Joshua chapter 1 verse 9, Joshua 1 verse 9, he said, have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid. Jesus Christ asked his disciples, why are you so fearful? It's a question I'm asking you today. What's making you afraid? What are you afraid of? Is God giving you that vision? He has given you that dream? You can be rest assured. God will help you to make it to come to pass. You don't have to worry. You don't have to be anxious. Have courage. Fear manifests in the form of distractions, discouragement, sometimes even depression and despair and anxiety. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. 2 Timothy chapter 7 says, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and of a sound mind. I pray that will be your portion today in the mighty name of Jesus. Don't be discouraged in the process. Grow through the process. God is growing you through the process. Why we believe God for speed? We want divine acceleration, we want speed. Let it happen right now. But we should not overspeed. Don't go ahead of God. Don't be like Abraham, who decided, I want to help God, and gave birth to Ishmael. Wait for your Isaac, and it will surely come to pass in the mighty name of Jesus. We cannot have the good product without the process. There's a process. People that make stuff will tell you there's a process you have to go through. You have to put all the right ingredients at the right time. Those of you that know how to cook very well, for that food to come out tasteful, there's a time you add the salt, there's a time to add the pepper, there's a time to add the... But to me, I don't know how to cook, so please let me not go too deep into that. So, but David said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow, I will fear no evil, because thou art with me. Thy rod and my staff, they comfort me. The rod and the staff of the Almighty God will continue to comfort you, even in your distress, in the mighty name of Jesus. You are going through, God will make you to go through it, and you get to your finished destination in the mighty name of Jesus. The trouble, the discouragement, the opposition, the storms, they have an expiration date. There's an expiration date stamped on them. Yes, just as there is a day of trouble, there's a day of deliverance. There's a day of healing. There's a day of promotion. And none of us will miss out on it in the mighty name of Jesus. Jeremiah 33 verse 14. Jeremiah 33 verse 14 said, behold, the day comes, says the Lord, that I will perform that good thing which I have promised unto the house of Israel and to the house of Judah. Put your name there. That today is the day that, Lord, you will perform that good thing that you have promised unto my house. Come, put your name there and receive it. That will be your portion in the mighty name of Jesus. Finally, the third, have Jesus in your boat. Have Jesus in your boat. Don't just put anybody in your boat. If you are going to get to the other side, make sure Jesus, he may be sleeping, but you know you can always wake him up. You can always call upon him. And he said, you call upon me, I will answer you, and I will show great and mighty things which you know not. So make sure you have Jesus in your boat. Men will desert you, and you make you feel like you are alone, but know that you are never alone. You have God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. He's constantly with you. He will never leave you, he will never forsake you. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 5. Hebrews 13 verse 5 says, for he has said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. I mean, when God says never, I mean, what else do you need? He will never leave you nor forsake you. That is a promise. In what ways do you feel stretched today, right now? The storm is trying to sink your boat. Be like Apostle Paul. 2 Corinthians 4, 8 to 9. 2 Corinthians 4, 8 to 9. He said, we are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. You can never be destroyed by that trouble in the mighty name of Jesus. So have faith for the middle of the storm. Have courage in the process. Have Jesus in your boat. And know that God is working everything out behind the scene, lining up all the right breaks that you need, putting the right people in the right places for you, sending destiny helpers to you, and taking away the wrong people from you, so that you can fulfill your purpose and your destiny. The God of the beginning, He will calm that storm in your life, and He will take you to the promised land in the mighty name of Jesus. This is the word of God this morning to us this morning, and I know as we have received that word, it will not return to Him void. He will accomplish that purpose in your life in the mighty name of Jesus. And as I close, I'll tell us a story. Many years ago, the now defunct Northwest Airlines ran a weekend getaway fare promotion for a flight for $59. You can go anywhere in the country. But the catch is that you cannot choose your destination. You buy the ticket. When you get to the airport, you check in, and that's when you know where you are going. So, I mean, surprisingly, many people bought the tickets. You know, Americans, we are we like to explore. So people bought the tickets, went to the airport. Oh, when you check in, oh, you are going to Orlando. Thank God. You are going to Las Vegas. Oh, all right now. One man got there, and they told him you are going to Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the middle of winter. And the man was said, no, I don't want to go to Minnesota. So everybody, those that bought their tickets, were happy with their tickets. They all went on their flights. This man was going around the airport asking, anybody wants to exchange their tickets for Minnesota? He wants to go somewhere else. Of course, nobody took the offer. Eventually went on the trip, and he was miserable on that trip. Brethren, each and every one of us, we are holding a ticket to our eternity. When you are born, you automatically receive a ticket to hell. On your birthday, the devil puts a ticket in your hand. But we thank God that Jesus Christ came. He died, and He rose again from the grave, so that we can exchange that ticket to hell for a ticket for eternity with Him in heaven. My call for you this morning is asking you, what tickets are you holding? The ticket that you were given at birth, that you had no control over, that you couldn't choose your destination, Or have you made a choice to say, no, I don't want to go to this journey. I want to exchange my ticket like that man that was walking around the airport. As we rise up this morning, I want to call all of us here in the sanctuary, and those of you on Zoom, on YouTube, and on Facebook. If you do not have the right ticket, don't let it be too late, because there's a destination that you are going that it might be too late to exchange your ticket. And I pray that will never be your portion. If you do not know Christ as your Lord and your Savior, and you are going to embark on the journey of divine acceleration, and you want to pass that test, the first step is to have a relationship with our Lord Jesus Christ. If Christ is not your Lord and your Savior, today is an opportunity. He said, I stand at the door and I knock. If any man hears my voice and open the door, I will come in and sup with him. This morning, I'm calling you, if you don't know Christ as your Lord and Savior, if you are here in the sanctuary, you are on our social media, I will pray with you. Like we always say here at Restoration, it's as simple as ABC. A is to accept, acknowledge, and admit that you are a sinner who cannot save himself, and you need a Savior. And B is to believe that Christ is your Savior, and he has paid the price, the full propitiation, the full satisfaction for your sins. And C is to confess with your mouth that he is your Lord and your Savior. Father, Lord, I pray for your children this morning, that, Lord God, as they make up their mind, Father, Lord God, to exchange their tickets to hell for the ticket to heaven, I pray, Father, Lord God, that you will accept them, Father, Lord God. Father, Lord, send your mercy, Father, Lord, to cleanse them from all their sins. Father, Lord God, I pray from this moment, Father, Lord God, let their name, Father, Lord, be remain unblottable from the book of life. That, Lord God, they will dwell, Father, Lord God, in your presence for the rest of our lives, O Lord, and together as a family, as a church, we shall all endure to the end, and we shall all be saved. Father, Lord, I thank you, Father, Lord God, because you send your Holy Spirit from this moment to begin to enable them, even to a life that is worthy of your glory. Thank you, Lord, for doing it. For in Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. If you have made that decision this morning, I want to congratulate you and welcome you to the kingdom of God, to the kingdom of heaven. And I know that the Almighty God I have called you, because he said, no, come unto him except I call them. The Almighty God will keep you. You will not fall by the wayside, and none of us will be a castaway, in the mighty name of Jesus. If you are here in the house, please see one of our ministers so that we can begin to disciple you on the way of the Lord. If you are on social media, scan the QR code on the screen and send us a message. Let us know that you made a decision for Christ today, and we will get in touch with you and also lead you in the way of the Lord. Have you received the message this morning? Can we give the Lord a clap of? Yes, he's worthy to be praised, worthy to be exalted, worthy to be magnified. We give him all the glory, all the honor, and all the adoration. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed.